welcome to a core restore circuit that is safe for postpartum mamas and those who are still recovering from a diastasis recti, where there's the abdominal separation. I don't know, that's a misnomer. It's basically just the connective tissue between the six-pack abs has been stretched and isn't as strong as it maybe was before, and so there's pressure from the internal abdominal cavity pushing out. So you get more of that pooching and mummy tummy happening. So what we're doing is working on strengthening in these exercises the transverse abdominal muscles, which are the deepest layer of the abdominal muscle, or of the layers of the abdominal muscles, that wrap actually around the spine. They're the innermost layer that are kind of like the spanks of our muscles in the core. And then we have the outer layers of the obliques and the six-pack abs that go down the front. So these are going to hit some of the obliques and the six-pack abs, but more targeted toward those transverse abs and really working on pulling that connective tissue back together, strengthening the deep muscles and really working on pulling the muscles together versus pushing them out and causing more strain on those, on that connective tissue. So we're going to avoid front-loading exercises like push-ups or front planks. We're going to avoid crunches and twisting motions on the back. So really working onto those transverse abdominal muscles from different angles. And I'll definitely be giving you options to make it a little bit harder if you've already healed your separation and want to challenge yourself a bit more. So let's jump into it. But before we do, I do want to mention that I'm just going to go through these one time through. You can of course repeat this and do it again. Or you can, I like to just take one or two of these exercises and incorporate into my normal workout or like a total body workout. Because honestly, if we're really doing our workouts well, we want to be engaging the core throughout. When we're doing squats, when we're doing lunges, when we're doing all different types of movements, we want to be engaging that core and actually be working the core all the time. So I don't generally personally do just core workouts. I honestly will do like a circuit maybe at the end of one for about 5 minutes, or we'll just throw in one or two of these exercises throughout it. So I encourage you to maybe try that, or just try and do one every day at least for maybe a couple of rounds. But not to just maybe think that you have to do one whole day of core every week, but to sprinkle it in and to really be thinking about engaging our cores all the time. Okay, let's come on down to the mat, and we're going to be, again, if you have a separation, you want to carefully roll down versus crunching or piking down onto the mat as well as when you come up. So you're going to come onto the back with the knees bent, feet flat. Get your hair out of the way. I always have that ponytail on the way. So we're going to start with the head down, feet flat, and we're going to pull the belly button in, drop the ribs. So really pay attention if you start to arch through the back and puff the ribs out. You want to bring those down, neutral pelvis, and from here, sometimes I'll even keep my fingers on the low rib and hip, and we're going to bring the knee up. So I'm going to show you the most kind of basic version first, knee marching, alternating. We're going to go for 20, and I'm going to show you how to make this more challenging in just a sec. So staying here if you're just kind of working on strengthening the core after having a baby. And then if you want to add on, we're going to come into dead bugs, not the prettiest name. So keep going with those knee marches if you're there. And we're going to alternate arm and foot. Again, keeping the ribs down. This is about 6. We're going for 20 total. Reach away. Good. So try not to bring the knees too far in past the hip line. If you do, then it actually makes it a bit easier. Another way to make it a little bit more challenging is to extend the legs straight and bring it in. Extending straight and bring it in. That's a lot more challenging. So just stay in your point of control, slow and controlled with these exercises. We're not going for speed on these. Okay, we're going to do about 5 more. So we go about 20 reps on either knee marching or dead bugs. Would be a nice amount to challenge the core. Okay, we're going to do one more and then switch it up. All right, we're going to come into the side. So rolling over to side plank. I'm going to get a weight nearby, so a light weight. I have 5 pounds here. So you want to stay pretty light on this, and this is optional. So this is something we're going to add into it. Again, I'm going to show you the more basic versions first. Will be side plank. And even here, I'm going to show you how you can drop the knees down. You can kind of come into more of a mermaid pose with the knees bent in the side plank. We're going to work on reaching under and opening up, and then bringing the elbow to knee. So that's one. Reach under, open up, elbow to knee. Good, that's two. So again, full plank here. We're gonna go for 10 on each side. I'll show you the full plank, side plank version. Reach under and up, elbow to knee. Good, that's 3. Up and crunch. Good, so the only time we're gonna be doing crunches is in this side plank position. Good, 5 more. So with the weight, reach under, reach up, elbow to knee. Working more on core stabilization with these exercises. Good, 3 more. Staying with the level that feels best for your body. Good. This is working my shoulder. My supporting shoulder is definitely going to work out. Good. And switching sides. Here we go. So just flip on over. Other side. Again, starting here with the knees, kind of tuck the feet behind you. Come up into a supported plank if that's needed. I'll show you from here for the first couple. So you're going to start with the arm up, reach under, open up, elbow to knee. Good. Reach under. Should feel those under obliques really engaging, and then the top ones as you bring the elbow to knee. Good, that's 3. I'm going to show you the full side plank now. Under, open, elbow to knee. I like to exhale as I reach under and bring the knee and elbow together. Good. Get a little bit of shoulder work here too. Good, I think we got 2 more. So about 10 each side. If that's too much, you can stick with 5 to 8 and then build up. Again, right? Working where you're at and then building from there. Okay, we're gonna move that weight out of the way. Come onto our belly and lower yourself all the way down. So from here, let's switch back a little. We're going to keep the gaze down, arms reach in front of us, and we're gonna lift up, keeping the belly pulled up towards the spine, and then open into an X. Close the X, lower down. Again, inhale up, exhale, and bring it back together, and lower. Pull the belly in. Going for 10. You're gonna be squeezing the glutes here as well. So engage all the back muscles. But don't forget to keep the body, the front of the body lifted for support. Good, halfway through. Lift, engage, open, and close, lower down. Lift that belly button as you open. Good, 3 more. So again, you can sprinkle this one in at the end of a round when you're doing circuits for the upper body, lower body, total body, whatever you want. Just add this in as maybe a last exercise that you do at the end of each round. Do it for about 10 reps, for about 4 rounds, and you'd be good to go. Okay, let's see which one we're doing next. Bird dog. So come into tabletop position. What's around here? There we go. Every time I do ab work, my hair gets all messy. So try and keep it out of my face while I'm talking to you guys. So from here, we're gonna come into a neutral tabletop. We're gonna reach the left arm, right leg. Again, pull the belly button in, bring it back to middle, and then switch. Extend, and back in. Extend, and back in. After this next one, I'm going to show you a more advanced option. So tucking the toes under. So keep going with those regular bird dogs if you want. If you want to keep it making it a little bit more challenging, lift those knees up. You should feel engagement here. So if you start to dip through the back or get your hips all out of control, when we add on here, come back here. So option here, you're going to shift a little bit, but try and minimize it as much as possible as you tap the opposite shoulder. Tap, tap. Good. We're going to go for 20 total, 10 each side, if you're doing bird dogs or shoulder taps. Okay. If you really want to challenge yourself, you can try reaching out and out. Out. I don't know if you could do both the feet and the arms at the same time. Good, last 2, and last 1. Whew, definitely felt my core working there, for sure, as well as the arms. Okay, we're gonna come up to standing now. Standing ab exercises are really great for when you do have a diastasis recti that you're trying to heal, because it doesn't usually put a lot of strain on that connective tissue, so it won't make it worse. So these are really good ones to work with when you are recovering from any kind of ab injury. Okay, so we're going to reach the right arm up, left foot out, and bring it together in the middle. I like to keep my other hand on my core, just to keep that engaged. Really prevent the ribs from coming out. You want to keep them pulled in, keep the chest down as you reach away, and then bring it a little closer together as you reach the elbow to knee. Good. Exhale as you come together. We're going to do about 10 each side, so 5 more on this side. Slow and control. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Last 2. And you can also add a weight here. I'll show that on the other side. Okay, other side, add the weight. So left arm up, right foot out. Keep the right hand on the belly, keep the ribs in, and bring it across and reach. Across and reach. For balance, you can focus your gaze on a point on the floor in front of you. Here we go, 4 more here. And last 1. Great, 1 more exercise we have. We're gonna do band pull-aparts. And I have 2 kinds of bands here. So really you can use either one. I was trying to think of any other things you might have in the house if you don't have kind of athletic bands. This is a TheraBand that I have for my physical therapist for my shoulder. This is a resistance band that I use for assisting myself with pull-ups. It's a lighter resistance. So either one is useful. I'll show you with both. We're going to be doing band pull-aparts. I'm going to have an optional squat that you can add on in a second. You can do this 2 ways. You can do it just one of the bands, or if you have it looped and you want more resistance, you can do it with both. That's a lot for me, so I'm going to just do with one. And you want the hands on it about shoulder width, but you can kind of play around with the distance. A nice soft stance in those knees, and you're going to pull it apart. My hand slipped a little. So you're going to pull apart, exhale. Make sure, especially here, that we don't make the upper back arch and the ribs pop forward. You want to keep the ribs knit in, and then pull apart. So you're going to feel this on the upper abs, and of course the upper back as well. Try and relax the shoulders, the neck muscles, the trapezius. So I'll show you with the other band as well, and with the squat. So keep going with those. You want to do about 20 of these as well. Working up, maybe starting 10 and then working up to 20. So with this, same thing. Pulling apart. Inhale, exhale. And we can add the squat here. So on the bottom, inhale, you're going to be relaxed. And then exhale, pull apart, lifting the pelvic floor as you stand. And exhale, pull apart. So incorporating the pelvic floor here as well. Let's Let's go for 5 more. Watch those ribs. That's probably the number one thing you're gonna be tempted to have the form kind of go soft on. You wanna really keep those ribs in. Last one. Nice job. So again, if you're doing this as a circuit at the end of a workout that you were adding on to really focus on the core for a day for maybe another 5 minutes, you can repeat this. Just hit replay and go through it again. Or you, like I said, take an exercise or 1 or 2 and incorporate it into the workout. You can add it on at the end of each round. Or you can do, you know, just on your own, like when you're playing with your kids and you're down on the floor, you can do a couple of those. And just make sure you're kind of sprinkling it in, because really we need to be working on the core all the time, not just on certain days of the week. So hope that was helpful for you guys. Please shoot me any questions and I'll see you soon. Bye. Ciao. Okay, now that we've run through the exercises, I just realized I want to just do these more through quickly and just kind of not do a lot of talking, just doing the exercises with you. So we're gonna come on down for knee marching or dead bugs. I'm gonna get you started. If you know the dead bugs, you can go straight into it. If you're doing the marching, you're gonna keep those ribs in and alternate knee up and down, going for 20 of either version. So nice and controlled, keeping those ribs down. This is 4, 5, 6. You can also start with the knees up and drop them down. That's a little more challenging. So it's kind of moving towards the dead bugs. Good. We got 10 more. I'm going to show you with adding the arms here. So keep the head down. I just have to figure out which one I'm going to start with. Good. Extending the leg out if you want more of a challenge. You hear my hip popping? And last one. Nice job. We're going to come into the side plank, grabbing that weight if you have it, if you want it. Again, bending the knees if you need to. So coming straight up into it, and I'll show you the additional things in a second. And crunch. Reach under, up, and elbow to knee. Good. Extend the feet out. Full plank here, under, up, elbow to knee. That's 3, 4. My weight is just out of reach, but you would add the weight here. Didn't bring it close enough. Good, nice job. Again, anytime you feel like the hips are sagging, you come down and reset. Got 3 more. And switch sides. Good job. Here we go. Flip on over, bending the knees if needed, or extending the legs out straight for full side plank. Arm up, reach under, up, elbow to knee. Good. Keeping those hips up as much as you can. If they start to sag, reset or drop the knees down, come into that mermaid pose. 3 more. One more. Awesome. Here we go. Let's go into our bellies. So come on down. We're gonna keep the gaze down, lift everything up, open, close, lower, up, open, close, lower. Good. If you feel like you're losing control with the open, just lift up and down here. Lift up and down. Really important to keep that gaze down. Don't strain your neck by looking forward. Get up, open, close, and down. 2 more. And next? Oh yeah, bird dog. So from here, we're gonna come into tabletop, and you're gonna start, we're gonna go for 20 total. You can go into hovering ones if you're ready, or we're gonna do alternating reach, holding the belly up. Activate the core, stabilize the spine with the core muscles. Here's 5. Now we're going to tuck under. We're going to keep going with the hovers. So alternate taps or reaching forward. Oh, those are hard. Nice. Come on up. We're going to do the standing crosses. So grab the weight for these just to show you with that. Right arm up, left toes out. Bring it together. Slow and controlled. Three more here. Good. Switching sides. Here we go. Keep the ribs in. If I have one tip of advice for core work and posture is to drop those ribs. Drop them in, knit them in, bottom rib and hip coming closer together. I think we got 2 more here. Last one. Awesome. Last exercise will be band pull-aparts. I'm just going to stay with my green band here. Grab the one that works for you. I'm going to show you with the squats. So you can do without the squats, but nice to add that if you're working on pelvic floor restoration and strengthening too. Okay, so inhale, come down, you're relaxed here, and then squeeze and engage. Ribs stay in. Again, we are going to really be working on those upper abs. Bringing the band right towards the sternum, just above the bra line. Let's say we got 5 more. Nice work, you guys. Working on strengthening the upper back too, so great for posture. And the last one. And if anyone has any creative ideas on those for other household things you might have, I just couldn't think of anything else because the belt really won't work because you don't have any give on it. So if anyone else has any good ideas, share with the group. Okay guys, thanks so much for doing this run through with me, and let me know any feedback. Bye, ciao.